Hello everybody, Visitor here with episode 1 of the RLS Career Overhaul mod. That is right, finally we have an update. Also, the RLS Career Collection mod has updated. They did remove some of the Abishu Miramar stuff there, or all of it I guess. But that's not so big of a deal, we'll probably get there eventually in the future, right? I do have some other mods as well again in this playthrough, so I will be having CJD, I'll have the crafting mod, Luke's crafting, I also have Luke's Tyre thermals, and I have Zeit's graphics utilities to help set higher resolution, and then I've also got another one I'm trying to remember the name of. I'll go ahead and pull up the list here, but first we need to get ourselves a vehicle. I've got it spawned in, make sure everything loaded up, make sure everything works this time. And some of the cheaper vehicles that I could find in here, I've thought about grabbing one of the talents here. But in full honesty, I think the Monica LD with the four-wheel steer is going to be absolutely awesome because for the beginner car, it should handle quite well, being it has the four-wheel steering. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. And with the car being set up, let's go ahead while we wait for that to show up here. And we'll go through into the mods list. Now, I do have some other mods in here, but they are disabled as well. So we have the Gavril H-Series still on. I haven't actually loaded it to see if it still does function, but in reality, nothing had really changed the H-Series that I feel should impact the mod, so that should still work. With Tion's graphics tweaks, that is another one here, so that one just kind of changes how it is. That one was suggested to me in my Discord, so if you do have any suggestions, you can go ahead and put them there as well. We've got the Simple Speed Limit mod again back. RK's engines, I'm actually not going to run that right away. I think I'm going to wait till mid to late game to run that. It's like when I take that off, it disables the graphics tweaks. But that's okay. I did wish that I could use the dynamic skybox, but again, as I call it, static skybox, because it does not work with time of day appropriately, not when it's scripted. Otherwise, I thought about doing the trailer ABS again, but I think I'll leave that off for the current time being. We have a couple of maps in here. The multiplayer, we don't worry about. There's Zeit. Realistic headlights and CJD are also in here as well. So we do have a couple of goodies. I was wondering what was making all that racket over here. I was just like, I've never heard that before. So that's something else we could get to play around with. Maybe make a track car out of that. That would be pretty epic. Oh, camera kind of jumped there. Apologies. I've also done some stuff to try to help and improve my graphics. Thank you, Justin Revs, for helping out with that. A little bit less on the reflection side of things, and a couple of other little tweaks as well. Nothing that should be too distracting in my opinion. Now we have Monica LD. It seems like this is going to be my new favorite car because we had two of these last season, and we're getting another one here to start us off. Of course, this is four-wheel steer, so this is a whole nother deal. But let's hop on in, and we can probably go, we'll start with getting some cargo parts, maybe. No. Okay, so no cargo, no ability to do that. We'll go ahead and get the performance assessed, so we're going to go ahead and watch it go down the drag strip. Not quite as fun as seeing me go down the drag strip with it and mess things up, but let's give us what our ideal, pretty much perfect kind of run would be. Front wheel drive does a little bit of spinning on the drag track. That's pretty decent. We'll get to see some stuff relating to performance and everything without having to put in some UI app or something like that to see it. So 14,582 for the time there, which is pretty good considering this is not like a drag car or performance car or anything, you know, standard tour style. So that's a pretty good deal right there. Looks like we have 185 horsepower, 0 to 60 at almost 6 seconds flat, 95 miles an hour over the quarter mile with braking force of just over 1G, which is actually very impressive, to be honest. Maybe a little unrealistic because really your average car for braking should, I mean, we're on a drag track, but we aren't on the prepped surface when it was braking. So I would say like 0.9, 0.95 maybe at best, but either way, that's pretty good. So yeah, that's what we got. It puts us in Class B. And it's number 61 for that. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see. What do we want to do? Well, there's quite a few things we can honestly do right now. First one, maybe to go ahead and start with getting a little bit of money is the time of day. Is that running? It does look like it. So what I'm trying to do is just to take a look at the shadow here somewhere. Trying to see if I could see it kind of moving. Is there a clock in here at all that works? No. Our right-hand drive, so we got a handle with that. Just gonna head here. We got an open front differential, it seems like, so that's definitely on the upgrade list. In fact, we probably could start with doing that. You have a little bit of money. I don't want to spend too much, but I want to make the car actually able to go around the track a little bit here. So we'll do that real quick. That could affect our performance ratio just a little bit, but really don't think it's going to do too much. Head hop on out of the car here. Right-hand drive, we get out on the right side. I always like that. Let's see here, all parts, and then we can actually do a search. Front differential. We'll put in a limited slip. Kind of just run it like that. I mean, it could do some tires, could start getting into some stuff, but we'll go like that. We'll put on the fog lights and the others, so that way when it hits nighttime, we're just ready to go. A little bit close there. There we go. Perfect, perfect. No traffic, it doesn't look like we got anything there. Still spinning the wheels a little bit. Okay, so the tweaks definitely need to look into getting that bloom tone down a good bit. That is a little overkill. Thankfully, you can kind of go in and tune it a little bit. Oh, and another thing, I did forget about this, but I was going to do this. There is a command. We go moonlight color. Not a space in there. Color. Space equals space. And I want to say it was 0.175. So that sets the moonlight color. Maybe it's expecting simple. Okay. I think what I'm forgetting is these guys. No. I was still learning a little bit on Lua. I've done a tiny bit of like introductory C++ coding type of stuff. So I mean, no means am I somebody who could actually make a mod, but there we go. Interesting. So it triggered a trace back. So something I didn't quite hit right. I've been trying to figure out how to get that to work easy, but either way, we're just going to head into the sun sky. We scroll on down. It is set at 25. I'm going to go set it to 40 just to make our nights a little bit brighter. That way, if you're on your phone or something else with a dim screen and it's dark, it's easier to see. Or if it's really bright out and the screen is dim, it's easy to see either way. Once the nighttime comes, we got one of these tiny little cars here ahead of us. It's so tempting to just punt the car, but not yet. We'll wait until we get ourselves a truck or a semi or something, and then we'll see what happens with them. We can watch it happen right there. Oh, that is so hilarious. It still does save the game anytime anything gets pulled over. Getting all the red lights here. Just want to head to the racetrack, do a couple of laps. That'll give us a little bit of money. The more laps we do, the more multiplier and everything like that. So no blinker for the learner's car. That one's going to fail their test there. That's what you're supposed to do. Another red light. I'm just going to go real quick. We're getting a lot of these tiny cars spawning. Maybe too many? They're easy to get around, though, when we do speed around, so. And for this one, I want to try to focus on a little bit more on the realistic side of driving, just for the sake of the fuel mileage. I know that fuel prices are going to be pretty steep, so definitely need to focus on trying to keep our fuel prices down there. So we're going to kind of get stuck a little bit in some traffic here. Looks like we are clear. Perfect. So we get to go look at our new track area as well here. That's awesome. I mean, I did put up a video where I actually did some exploration of the entirety of the West Coast map and its new changes and new roads, stuff like that, as well as in my 035 update video. I also went through and kind of took a look at what we had new in the track here. So, go ahead and we will head on over this way. A good bit of understeer though under power, so we'll definitely have to mind that taking this around the lap here. Excuse me there, sorry. So there we go. Got drift track entry there. At least for the sake of the racetrack, you know, we're definitely going to try to get a little bit of warmth into some of those tires there. Be able to pull on up here. I don't know about believing myself, but I definitely got to try believing in the car here. Four-wheel steer though, we'll see how this does in the cornering right away. Hey, ooh. Definitely tires need some upgrades. There we go. Definitely need to work some heat into these tires. Second lap should be a lot better. Or the car doesn't overheat or anything like that. Watch how much I brake as well. There we are, perfect on that exit. Of course, the speedometer is in kilometers per hour. Let's go ahead and pull the UI off for a moment here. I'll pop that on just before we cross so we can see what we make for money. I can hear our brakes are already getting toasted just from that. We definitely need to upgrade those as well. Add that to the list. A little bit of a hiccup there. Racetrack entry. Okay. So that gives us our first time right there. Gives us almost $3 grand. 2.5 right there. Or not 2.5, 2.95. There we go. Yeah, we can see there on the left side, brakes are definitely fading a good bit. Learning the car, though, pretty good. Once the front tires started to warm up, it's a lot easier to kind of navigate here. Car does not feel like it's sloppy as much. Looks like we pushed to about 7.5 grand on that. That's feeling pretty good. It's starting to get a little hot on the tires, so they should cool down on the straight here a little bit. It's crazy, the speedometer technically isn't going past like 85, I want to say, miles per hour. I'm hard on the brakes there. Just melting those brake pads in. Probably get it close to 3,300, I'd imagine, on this lap. So that's a good way to make a little bit of intro money there. Daily driver's already popping down. That's great. So a hot lap time of 2 minutes 15 seconds actually only gave us 1,500 credits. We're going to go ahead and make one more short lap over here. No, all 4 brakes are starting to fade. It'd be a really good idea to quit right now while we're ahead. Make sure that I don't end up, not having brakes and smacking into a wall and totaling out the car pretty much. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. We can't go through this way so easy. Can we? There isn't, nothing here. Like right here is where we'd have to go. Just about hit the tires there. Have to take this a little easy. There's a little bit of a shortcut that way, but not as good as it used to be. Oh, it's so tempting. I'm not going to do it, though. Head on over to our Chinatown. We got to make sure we get some different brakes and tires on. That is the best next step for the car here. If we do take a look quick, I think we'll have some more milestones. Yes, we got 1,000 from rewards, 2,000 from rewards, 1,000 on goods and services, and 2,000 on goods and services. Total of 10 kilometers driven as well. That puts us up to $742.50 over our original starting amount, so that's very good to know. Oh, now I did do it. I would definitely rather hit that than the other car. That guy does like no damage, I'm imagining. Yeah. And it looks like his motor blew out too, because I could hear the starter just rattling away for a moment there. They are pursuing me. Oh, for hitting him. Well, then I guess we're getting into a police chase right away, too. Pretty sure I can lose him down this way. Just go sit and chill in the park here for a moment. Coming up, but I don't think he's going to be able to figure out how to get in here. A couple of those cheeky little spots like that. So, okay. 667 credits. That's pretty decent. And then we come down here and we go across the road. Is Time of Day actually playing? No, it does not look like it is. We'll see if we can turn that on or if that's just not been enabled yet. I'm not sure. Perfect parking too. Going very good so far. Okay. So, yep, nothing needs to be repaired. That is just the way I would like it. So we're gonna need tires. They are sport tires. Okay. 205/50s. We don't have any. No, there isn't anything else. Different size. The tires are okay. They're just overheating. We'll definitely need to do something about that. We got sport brakes, but our pads are. What is the issue here? Do some semi-race ones, which I tend to enjoy because they still work very good when they're cold, considering, and then they actually handle heat pretty well. And we're going to go ahead and kind of deep dive on into the suspension here, so front and rear. So let's see. We got 15x7 tours here. Let's go ahead and put a little bit into this thing. Some 15x10s would probably be really nice. What kind of wheels do we want to look for, though? Tyres are probably not going to look too good. No, I don't think those look great at all. Those are 11 inches as well. Really isn't a whole lot of options here. May have to go ahead and find some different wheels or something, because yeah, we don't have a lot of options in here. Is that due to we got 5 lug hubs for the center lugs? Okay, so we really aren't going to be able to do a whole lot here. I don't want to go up to 16s preferably, but okay, here we go. 15x8s is where it would be at. Boy, howdy. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting a lot of these. The STX wheels, maybe in chrome. No. Rally Pros are no, I'm pretty sure on that. Cross mesh. Yeah, no. Did not go with this. I'm not seeing really anything that I think would be amazing here. 16s. That's where the folks are, and those are the kind. That's the brand, so to speak, that I really like. The ZT55s are usually pretty good. Those don't look too bad, but the ET73s I think might look a little bit better. Let's see, black, no. You go with the fuchsia here. We'll go ahead and grab the whites though. Yeah, those look pretty good. So the ET73s is what it's going to be. That's going to come with some 225 45 tires. Let's go ahead and turn on my lights. I can just barely see. It looks like we're a little bit higher on the tire profile, but width is the main thing. We're gaining about 20 millimeters of width. I don't think for 235s we don't have anything like a 235/35, for example. So wouldn't really be able to do much that way. Rear suspension is steerable. Should take a look at that too and see what that looks like. Rear balances. I'm not sure on that, to be fully honest. So now we got to go all the way on down to the 16-inch ones. What was it? 16/8. Yes, ET73s. We're going to go with white. There we go. Very nice, very nice. That'll give us those better tires. Brakes and brake pads should be good. Got the 2-liter V6 in here, which is pretty good. Probably leave that as well. We can definitely look at... Maybe we can see if roof bars, we can put something up on there. We could put 2 large cargo boxes on there, or an extra large cargo box. Let's do the extra large cargo box. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But that'll allow us to grab some packages and stuff like that as well as we need to. Yeah. H side skirts. The additional modifications are to CJD. We won't really touch that quite yet. So it is going to be a little bit like that. Probably start with just going ahead and grabbing some stuff here. Definitely sounds like that little tiny card that I punted earlier is got some issues with starting for some reason. Like natively it starts out spawning the car is running. But I've heard them trying to start quite a bit here. No, come on, light. There we go. And green. And yeah, he got really close there. Lucky too. Gonna kind of head straight here. I did just cut off a car, did I? Oh, I thought I heard something. Let me try to get out of the way a little bit here. There we go. The traffic kind of continue. We got our cargo screen, little information there. And the A button didn't take care of that. Darn. We got some timed ones here. Otherwise, we got some food. You know, that's really what this is. It's just food stuff. So, $20. Take it all the way on over there. I mean, if this was DoorDash, sure. But in career mode, woof. It's not a whole lot. Snooze and news over here. That's funny. We'll go ahead. We'll take it that way. I'll kind of slow her down here this way. Interior of the car does look pretty good though, pretty well done. Looks like there's some PBR to it if I'm imagining right there. Very good mod here. We just keep getting all of the red lights, but this is a little bit nuts. But that's okay. Personally, I think like this section, because it's downhill like this, it shouldn't have a light. It should just have it right away, and that's my personal thought. I feel like a lot of these traffic signals and stuff need to be changed up on how they are. I think it's a red light there, but I see no traffic, so we're okay. Just to kind of keep things moving a little bit. If we get a car ahead like this, though, we're going to have to stop. 240BX. Oh, yeah. Got the long-distance driver here. Oh, I don't see anyone, but this does have the camera, so I'm not sure if it would get me. I don't want to try out quite yet. If we can get our insurance low to start, that'll really help us get some money going right away. That four-wheel steering turning radius is awesome, though. Alright, so we can drop that off, get our $3 and our 1 XP. Continue delivering cargo to places, yeah, definitely. See if we can find one of the part stores over here. Actually, we'll continue straight. Want to see if we can kind of load up better. Boogieing on through there. Go. Let's see. What do we get? We got 9 vehicle transports as well. That's something else we can always look at, is doing some car jockey stuff. Not that it gives us a whole lot of money, though. We got the industrial warehouse. Otherwise, we got Jefferson Motors right across the intersection there. So let's go ahead and take them both. There we go. And we could see if any of these other ones also have anything along that way. Basically, on over towards the west end of the map, it looks like. So, Velasco City Garage, no. Quarryside, no. Rent-A-Box, no. Jerry Riggs, no. That all would be out of the way. I don't want to necessarily make more work out of this. I want to kind of be a little efficient here. I'm surprised by how much fuel we've actually burnt up. A quarter tank already? That's kind of crazy. Jerry Riggs again. We got Rent-A-Box again. Jefferson Motors, though, yes, because we do have a couple of spots there. Head on over to Jefferson Motors, then over to the other. We'll see if we get anything to pick up at Jefferson Motors as well to kind of carry on. That's the nice thing about doing these. Even though we don't make a whole lot of money, we can at least easily pick up more stuff here. Yeah, sit and wait for another green light here. drop this off, see if we get anything from the industrial warehouse area or the offices. Let's see. Riches. Smash auto to go back over there in the exhaust shop. Those are like nothing, so nothing there. The good stuff comes as we start to level up more though. This time we actually pull up pretty much getting a green light right away, right? No. Neither you guys have your blinker on. I'm gonna go ahead and take this space here. I never see any stop signs here, so I never do stop. There's a line, but line is not a sign. Although realistically, if you do see that as line, you're actually supposed to stop there, I believe, but per state. Depends on where you're at. Let's see if there's anything here. It said 8, but we actually got 6 that we can do. I got a couple postals. Yeah, it's all postal stuff, which is timed. Just take these on up over here and drop them off. Go, so we can drop that off, give us a couple credits, less so on the money, more so on the delivery experience. So it looks like we're getting 1 per. So we just aren't getting anything big yet, but here we should hopefully find something. Got a big post parcel for fast automotive over there. Otherwise we got jerry rigs with a small post parcel. Big one also for the jewelry store, Torres tires. So those will be that way. There's Torres tires. Jewelry store is over that way. And we should be able to also grab the fast automotive. No, let's not do that one. Jury rigs is kind of out of that way too. Darn. Yeah, we'll get a couple of things here. It doesn't really look like we're going to get a whole lot for money. Let's go ahead and pull these on back, see what else we can kind of figure out doing though. Oh, we actually got to pick these up. Expecting parcels to just go into the bin, but something changed, or maybe I just never noticed. Go, we load in the cargo. Car's gonna be a little bit heavier on the top, so alright. Notice it just a little bit there. Not letting that one be ahead of me. That was only one of them. I gotta go pick up the other one here. There we go. we've got them both. Very hard to see even in this view. Full throttle up the hill. What do we get? Very little. Speeding ticket. Well, they changed the speed through here to 30. That they did. Well, I'm just gonna carry on like nothing's happening. Almost didn't see them there. I have to drop these off really quick. Ooh. Oh, my steering's gone. And the engine's damaged. Oh, that's great. Yeah, he really just gunned it right there for a second. I was thinking I'd just squeeze around real quick, but no. Guess they got me. Ooh, big bump to the insurance policy. So yeah, that's definitely one to notice there. And we're going to unfortunately have to drop that one. Oh, what happened to my camera there? I didn't even touch anything and it just started moving. Yeah, we're going to have to take this back over to the Chinatown garage. And yeah, that was 86 cents. Ooh, that's such a hard penalty on that. Yeah, ouch. Well, so it begins. And we're not off to a good start with insurance, so yeah, maybe I'll have to go and just like run the racetrack for a while. That could possibly take care of everything. We don't have any vouchers yet, so we're gonna have to pay, and that would insurance is gonna go up to 1.5 pretty much here. Ouchie, ouchie. Let's go ahead, cargo parts, and there is no uninstalled there. Gotta go here. So yeah, we can now do it this way and actually remove that, so that's perfect. The purchasing, but not really. It looks like the majority of her body is going to be white this time. I'll probably repaint the car eventually to its original color, but looks like the trunk and driver and passenger door are the only things that survived that. Wow. And the passenger mirror. Wow, all right, that kind of stinks. Let's go back on over to the track. Let's see how much different this does this time. Oh, and I forgot. I totally forgot. I do apologize. I was going to take a look and see what we could do about time of day. Got her sleep on. Yeah, time of day needs to be toggled on. There we go. Please and thank you. Get our lights on here. I never did like this while this is set up here. Where you it is a challenge to get on through. But I think we just do it. We're just getting caught a little bit on the curb there. Oh, that cop immediately hit the brakes because, yeah, it's 30 miles an hour now, so we're going to set our cruise control there. Kind of looks similar to the BX series here. It's like the four-door BX in a way. Now that I think about it. That 30-mile-an-hour limit, I suppose it is what it is. We got to deal with it, so we got to take things a little bit more cautiously there. This racetrack doesn't have any limits. Go and burn up a whole bunch more fuel there, though, for sure. It's like 40 miles an hour through here. They aren't doing it, though. See if I could scare that police car, and it didn't really work. Nothing happened. Stuck in traffic again. Seems to be the theme, besides getting a couple of chases. Listening to that little thing behind me. Definitely got to buy one of those some point. See what we can do to make it a track vehicle. A drag car or something like that. What do you guys think? What kind of a vehicle do you think that would be best suited to be? That'd be kind of a meme in a way. Kind of hilarious to see it doing. Track does have a speed limit of 70, so interesting. Let's go ahead and see how much better this goes. Best time of 2:22. So if we get under 2 minutes 20, we receive a bonus star. I have to be on the second lap. We'll go ahead and get on in the car here for this lap. Definitely waiting for the tires to warm up here. Like camber definitely could be adjusted as well. See, we're really rolling to the outside of the tires. Definitely starting to feel like we're getting a little bit more cornering performance. See how that braking holds up. Definitely a lot better there. Not overheating the brakes right away. We're already 3 seconds ahead. Or is that behind? I'm not sure. Didn't mean to cut, but it did happen. I had to add some cooling to the front brakes, though, to help the front tires stay a little bit cooler. What did we get? 2:18. So yeah, we actually did beat our time there pretty good. Just with the brakes and the tires. It was said that brakes and tires are the best upgrade to start with. I believe it now. Over 3 seconds pulled off there. Whoops. That'll pull a little bit of time off in there, but I think we'll still be well ahead, and we'll make another advancement. We're a little over a second ahead again. Did it again. Kind of overshooting. Now the tires are getting hot in the front, so we'll say that that's my excuse. Nope, not the wall. Oh my gosh, I heard a scrape. Thank goodness. All right, new best time. Another 1,600 credits right there. This is definitely something that I could keep running for a while, but our front brakes are very toasty here. They're not burning up or anything, but because they're hot with the tire thermals mod, oh yeah, it really does affect that. So let's see though, what would it cost to tow back there? Looks like there is no cost right now. Suppose we're using up some of our freebies though if we do that, so yeah, that's fine. Be lazy today. There we go. Okay, I wonder, do I still get stuck in the pole? No. No? Good. I don't have to worry about getting stuck in that pole anymore. That's really good. Okay. So, tuning-wise, give us a little breakdown on tuning there. Much basic information. We're going to double that in the front. And then our camber in the front, we're going to probably just take it like 8%. We're going to go just a little at a time. And we're going to do the same here, -8 on the rear. Try not to go overboard, but definitely. The toe, looking to pull that back a little bit. That should also help with our speed in a straight line more than anything. And I don't know if wheel offset is really anything that can be done. I mean, I suppose we could get a little bit probably here. Get us a little bit extra on that too. I try to keep these the same, being four-wheel steer because of how the geometry and everything works with that. And I think that's really about where it's going to be I'll pull that down 1%. I still am hitting ABS under full braking, so that would be more than fine to do that. Help kind of a little bit. What is performance index? Vehicle has not been assessed. Yeah, because we did some changing stuff. So we can assess the performance again. Looks like it is going to be at nighttime. We'll at least turn on some lights here. In fact, let's see. Whoops, wrong key. There we go. We'll just set it to this time here. A lot less squealing of the front tires there. That's better. There goes a police car. I think the traffic would be off for this, but it's not on the drag strip. We're okay. 14,395. So we did lose a little bit on the time. Shouldn't say lose. I should say we went down. I think it was like a 4.8 before. But it feels like we went a little bit quicker just because of our start there. So yeah, and for a 300,000 mile car, this is doing very well, by the way. Power to weight, 140 horsepower through 1,000 kilograms. We are 3,000 pounds in the car right now. And let's see, what was our previous test? That's the nice thing is we can take a look. We were at 14.58. So we went down almost a quarter of a second in time. So that's pretty awesome there. Just from getting the tires. Now, what we could do is go here and here. We do have these wheels. I don't want to sell the cargo box. I'm going to hit all, but then we're going to pull that and the roof bars off. We can just get a little bit of money back again. Try and get us back up to kind of where we were before, because we had that police chase deal and everything, and insurance now that's expensive. So kind of want to sit on that and then back into here again. That's right. And what we can also look to do is like the rear seats. Pull those out probably. I think maybe we'll just leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it for right now. And I think that's where I'm honestly going to wrap up today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button if you want to see more of this BeamNG content with the RLS Career Overhaul mod. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm also going to be planning on doing one video a week at least for a vanilla career playthrough as well. If you're interested, you can join my Discord, talk to me directly there. Let me know some suggestions, keep in on some things going on. Otherwise, guys, that's it for today's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.